Hi, in this video we're going to talk about how to set up an email account on your iPad, which will at the same time have the effect of synchronizing calendars and contacts for at least your Grand Valley email. I'm going to tap on the Settings app from my home screen to open that up. Then all the things I need for setting up an email account live under this option: Mail, Contacts, and Calendars. Now, your screen is going to look different from mine because I've been using my iPad for a while. But at the top of this area is the Accounts screen, the Accounts area, which shows you all the different accounts that you have set up. To add a new one, you would just tap the Add Account button. And you can see that the iPad supports a number of different email providers, from Gmail and Yahoo, which are probably ones that most of us have, to some other older ones, AOL, Hotmail. The one that you want to set up your Grand Valley email is the Microsoft Exchange. To add the account, all you have to do is tap that option, and up will come a box asking for a few settings. Some of this you can guess, some you can't, which is why we have a document on our information technology website which gives you the appropriate settings. Now, I've already got my email set up, so I can't walk through this with you, but here are a few screenshots of the process. So you can see that your email address is quite clearly what you're used to, your email address, whatever, at gvsu.edu. And that same information then goes down into the username field. Username is just your email address minus the @gvsu.edu part. Your password is your current Microsoft Outlook password. And the domain is something you wouldn't be able to guess. It says optional, but we do need to put it in. The domain is office.ads.gvsu.edu. Don't ask why, it just is. The description field is for you. It's for you to know what this account is called and what it is. And I am a big fan of naming things in an obvious way. So naming it GVSU Outlook would make perfect sense to me. Once I've got those in, I press or tap the next button. And it might not look like it actually did anything. A lot of times what's going to happen is it needs one more piece of information. The same box kind of shows up, but that it has a new field labeled Server. To actually then finish the process in the server area, you would type mail.exchange.gvsu.edu. Sometimes this might be automatically detected, but if not, that's what you need to put in there. Once you have that information in, tap Next. It's going to give you a chance to just make sure everything there is finally good and hunky-dory, and then there will be a Done button to tap. It'll probably spin for a little bit while it gets everything set up behind the scenes, and then it's going to want to know a couple of things about how you want to work with your Microsoft Exchange account. You've got three parts to your Exchange or your Outlook account: one, your mail, to your contacts, and three, your calendars. You don't have to use all of them on your iPad if you don't want to. I would say it probably makes sense to do so, though. In this screen, you can use these sliding on and off switches to control what gets configured on your iPad. So the mail would be on by default. You can also turn on calendars and turn on contacts. That means that your Outlook calendars would show up on the iPad Calendars application, and the contacts would show up in the same place as well. Once you have those options set the way you like, just click Save. You might be asked a question about whether you want to keep your local contacts or whether you want them to all be replaced by what's coming from Outlook. If this is the first time you've used your iPad and you haven't added any contacts, it really doesn't matter. But I would say probably keeping them on your iPad might be the best option. Now you should be set up. And this is the same process that you would use for adding any of the other kinds of email services, whether it's Gmail or Yahoo. Now, there will be some information you need, such as server names, but if you go into your settings on Gmail or probably on Yahoo as well, they'll give you a screen of information for how to set up your iPad or other device to access those emails. What I like about the iPad is I can have all these different email accounts, and I just get all the email in one place. I don't have to go and read my email in 3 different websites or different programs. My iPad mail program just brings them all together for me, which I find incredibly handy.